It begins not as a whisper, but as a silent, unyielding hum beneath the surface of your reality, a frequency, a vibration that is yours and yours alone. You have felt it in the dead of night, in the quiet moments between breaths, in the split second before a decision that could change everything. It is the raw, untamed energy of pure potential waiting for a command. This is the source code of creation, the clay from which all empires, all masterpieces, and all legacies are sculpted. And the sculptor is you. Not the you that doubts or hesitates or asks for permission, but the you that is a force of nature, the you that knows. This is the great, terrifying, and liberating secret of existence. The universe does not give you what you want. It gives you what you are. It does not respond to your fleeting wishes or your half-hearted hopes. It responds to the unwavering, bone-deep conviction of your belief. The world you see around you, the limitations, the frustrations, the ceiling you think is holding you down, is nothing more than a mirror reflecting the state of your own mind. It is a lagging indicator of your past beliefs, your past assumptions, your past fears. But a mirror can be changed. The reflection is not the reality. The reality is the unshakable truth you are about to impress upon your soul. You become what you believe. This is not a pleasant platitude. It is not a motivational slogan. It is the unbreakable law of success, as real and as unforgiving as gravity itself. Belief is not a thought you think. It is a state you inhabit. It is the feeling of a thing being true long before the evidence arrives. It is the quiet certainty of the oak tree sleeping within the acorn. The acorn does not hope to become a tree. It operates under the absolute assumption that it will. It draws to itself the soil, the water, the sunlight it needs to fulfill that internal blueprint. It does not question the process. It does not fear the storm. It does not look at the other seeds and doubt its own potential. It simply becomes. This is the state you must now learn to occupy. It is a conscious choice to live in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. To walk, talk, and act as if the thing you desire is not just possible, but an inevitability already in motion. This is the work. This is the entire work. Everything else is a byproduct of this internal alignment. The world is a canvas, and your belief is the brush. What masterpiece will you paint? Or will you hand the brush to your fears and let them smear a landscape of mediocrity? The choice has always been yours. Look closer at the fabric of your life. The job you have, the relationships you keep, the balance in your bank account. Every last thread was woven into place by a belief you hold, consciously or unconsciously. You did not get the job you wanted. You got the job you subconsciously believed you were worthy of. You did not attract the partner of your dreams. You attracted a partner who mirrored your own beliefs about love and self-worth. Wealth does not flow to those who merely desire it. It flows to those who believe they are its natural custodians, who see themselves as a channel through which abundance moves. You are living right now in the physical manifestation of your deepest, most dominant convictions. To change the outside, you do not struggle with the reflection in the mirror. You do not try to paint the reflection, or argue with it, or negotiate with it. You must turn inward and change the one thing that is casting the reflection, the structure of your own mind. This is where the battle is won or lost. Not in the marketplace, not in the boardroom, not on the field of competition, but in the silent 6-inch space between your ears. Here, in this sacred workshop, you will forge the belief that will bend reality to your will. It is a subtle alchemy, this process of transmutation. The transmutation of a thought, an idea, a burning desire into its physical, tangible counterpart. The uninitiated call it luck. The skeptic calls it coincidence. The cynic calls it a lie. But the master, the architect of their own destiny, calls it law. They understand that the subconscious mind is the fertile soil, the invisible engine that works tirelessly day and night to bring your dominant thoughts into being. It does not judge. It does not question. It accepts what is impressed upon it with absolute faith. Feed it doubt, and it will grow a harvest of failure. Feed it fear, and it will attract the very circumstances you dread. Feed it resentment, and it will build a prison of bitterness around you. But feed it an unwavering, emotionalized belief in your own success, and it will move heaven and earth to make it so. It will grant you the hunches and inspirations that seem to come from nowhere. It will arrange chance encounters. It will open doors that seem locked and barred. It will give you the words to speak, the plans to execute, the resilience to endure. This is not magic. This is mechanics. The mechanics of the mind. Think of Henry Ford. A man with a grammar school education who dared to believe in a horseless carriage for the masses. The world did not believe. The experts scoffed. The bankers refused him. He faced failure, ridicule, and financial ruin. But his belief was not a fragile thing. It was a definite, burning obsession. He saw the assembly lines in his mind's eye. He felt the hum of the engines. He envisioned a nation, connected by roads, transformed by his creation. He held that vision with such ferocious tenacity that the subconscious minds of other men began to bend to his will. He attracted the engineers, the investors, the workers he needed. He did not create the automobile out of steel and rubber. He created first out of the sheer, unyielding substance of his belief. He impressed his desire upon the universal mind so powerfully that the universe had no choice but to conspire in his favor. This is the power you hold, the power to create a blueprint within, so clear and so compelling that the physical world rearranges itself to match. This power, however, comes with a profound responsibility. You must become a ruthless guardian at the gates of your own mind. For just as you can impress a belief of success, the world stands ready every single day to impress upon you its own beliefs of limitation, scarcity, and fear. It comes through the news, through the casual complaints of colleagues, through the well-intentioned but misguided warnings of family and friends. Be realistic. Don't get your hopes up. That's impossible. Every one of these phrases is a seed of poison designed to neutralize your desire and keep you safely within the confines of the ordinary. They are the lullabies of the average, sung to keep the ambitious from waking up. You must develop an ironclad immunity to the opinions and beliefs of the masses. Your reality is not a democracy. It is a dictatorship, and you are the dictator. What you decree becomes law in your kingdom. If you allow the whispers of doubt from the outside world to become the voice of your inner counsel, you have already surrendered. The first act of the master is to build a mental fortress, a sanctuary where your great desire is nurtured and protected from the corrosive acid of external negativity. This is a place of absolute faith. Within these walls, your desire is not a maybe or a someday. It is a done deal. Here, you are not practicing to believe. You are belief itself. You retreat to this inner sanctum countless times a day. When a wave of doubt washes over you, you retreat. When someone tells you it cannot be done, you retreat. When the old, familiar patterns of failure begin to surface, you retreat. Inside this fortress, you hold your vision, you feel the emotions of its fulfillment. You see it, touch it, taste it. You starve your fears and feed your faith. You surround your desire with the feeling of certainty. This is not an act of delusion. It is an act of creation. It is the most practical and powerful work you can ever do. For what is held consistently in the mind and felt deeply in the heart must, by law, manifest in your world. The outside is just catching up to the inside. Protect your mind as you would protect your life, because your mind is your life. And so you stand within your fortress. The noise of the world silenced, the whispers of doubt vanished. But a fortress is not a home. It is a barracks. A place of preparation for the campaign to come. Now, the real work begins. It is the work of crystallization. For a belief, left vague and undefined, is like steam. Vast, powerful, but diffuse, and unable to move anything. It is only when that steam is condensed, concentrated and channeled into a piston that it can drive the engine of a locomotive across a continent. Your desire must undergo the same process. It must be transformed from a nebulous wish into a definite, diamond-hard, crystal-clear objective. Vague desires receive vague results. This is an immutable law. To pray for happiness is to receive fleeting moments of contentment. To wish for wealth is to find a forgotten dollar in a coat pocket. The universe is the most literal servant you will ever have. It cannot and will not interpret your sloppy, half-formed requests. It requires a blueprint. It demands precision. You would not ask an architect to build a nice house. You would give them a detailed plan. The square footage, the number of rooms, the style, the materials. Yet, when it comes to the architecture of your own life, you hand the universe a napkin with a smudge on it and wonder why you are living in a hovel. No more. The time for ambiguity is over. This is the principle of the definite chief aim. It is the North Star in your mental sky. It is the singular obsession that informs every decision, every action, every waking thought. It is not a goal on a list of many. It is the list. All other goals are merely the tributaries that feed this great rushing river. To find it, you must silence the committee of voices in your head that tell you what you should want, what is reasonable, what others expect of you. You must listen for the one, true desire that sets your soul on fire. The one thing that, if you achieved it, would make all other struggles worthwhile. The one thing that brings the sting of its absence and the fragrance of its presence. You must know what you want. Not think you know. Not hope you know. You must know. And you must be able to define it in stark, unequivocal terms. I want more money is the prayer of the beggar. I will have in my possession, on the first day of January, 2 years from this day, the sum of $1 million is the command of a creator. See the difference. The first is a plea. The second is a declaration of cosmic intent. It has a deadline. It is measurable. It is measurable. This clarity is the focusing lens that concentrates the full power of your belief. Scattered, your belief is weak. Focused, it becomes a laser that can cut through any obstacle. Now comes the second part of the contract. The universe operates on a law of exchange. It asks, you desire this great prize. Excellent. What great service, what great value, what great effort will you give in return? Nothing is given for free. The fantasy of getting something for nothing is the opium of the unsuccessful. Your definite chief aim must be balanced by a definite plan to give in return.
You will not receive $1 million simply by believing it. You will receive it because your belief will drive you, inspire you, and compel you to execute a plan that produces $1 million worth of value for your fellow man. What will you give? Will you create a product, provide a service, write a book, build a company? Your price must be paid. Define what you intend to give in return for the thing you desire. Be as specific about your contribution as you are about your reward. Once you have these two things, your definite aim and your definite plan, you must perform a sacred act. You must take a pen and paper and write it all down. A clear, concise statement. What you desire, the deadline for its acquisition, the price you will pay, and the plan you will execute. This written statement is not a mere reminder. It is an act of incarnation. It is the first physical materialization of your desire. It has taken a thought from the invisible realm of energy and given it its first foothold in the material world of form. This piece of paper is a talisman. It is your covenant with your higher self and with the infinite intelligence that governs all things. Read this statement aloud twice a day. Once upon waking to set the frequency for your day, and once before sleeping to impress its truth upon your subconscious mind as it prepares to work through the night. As you read, do not merely mouth the words. See, feel, and believe yourself already in possession of your desire. Feel the gratitude, the joy, the unshakable certainty of its existence. You are not begging. You are not hoping. You are affirming. You are commanding your reality into alignment with your will. Andrew Carnegie did not become a steel magnate by hoping for a few factories. He held in his mind the definite aim of organizing and marketing steel, and he became the richest man of his age. He saw the end result, held it, believed it, and executed the plan relentlessly. Your written statement is your first, most critical tool of execution. It is the charter of your new life. Guard it, honor it, and let its words be the fuel that drives you from this day forward.